promised myself I wouldn't do this again. Okay. Oh, hey, cheeky. All right, so we have morning practice already finished. I woke up the kids this morning, fed them some breakfast, got them ready. My wife took them to school, and I'm getting ready to head off. A thought appeared during sitting about hard practicing. I've been getting a lot of questions about that during my one-on-one sessions, about hard Zen practicing. So I think we should talk about that. But before we get into that, I'm going to a new place today for a hike. If you would like to join me on this journey, follow me. Wow, that was a very windy road. I'm sure glad I didn't have my kids with me. They get very car sick. Okay, here we are. Joseph D. Grant County Park. I believe there's a lake here, from what I know. I don't know where it is. But as usual, we'll figure it out. Looks like there's a lot of trails here. I just say, let's go. All right. So mountain lions live here. Nothing new. I just hope I don't see one. I thought this was solid ground, but that is water, and these are wet shoes. All right, I have to find another way to get to that trail there. This might be a way here. I think I'm having flashbacks of getting lost in the woods. Well, I still got to get across there. I'm not sure how to do it though. This might be a good time for you know what. Okay, well, there's a little log down there that I could possibly cross, or I could take the long way around that little pond area. Boy, either way doesn't look so good. I don't think I need to get more wet today, so I'm going to try plan B. Okay, here we go. Okay. It's not too much water. Yeah. Oh man, should have brought rain boots for this. Okay. Looks like people may have been here before. Try not to get lost here. Let's see, can I cross there? Alright, this looks promising, I think. I hope the trail's that way. Let's see. These are really sticky thorns. Alright. Oh man. Okay. I promised myself I wouldn't do this again. That's pretty beautiful though. Yeah, at least this part of the trail, or this part of the untrail, is quite nice. And it looks like I just need to get through these thorny bushes. Man, I don't think that's gonna work. This doesn't look too bad. Luckily, I have some hiking pants on. These pokey things are sharp. All right. Let's see if I can balance on this log. Oh, nope. Oh, man. Okay. This is promising. This is what I'm talking about there. All right. Oh, damn it. You know, I should have just walked through that water and got my shoes wet. I'm a little stuck here. These things hurt. All right, I think if I just get through there, we're gonna be set. I'm not lost, and that's the good news. All right, we unstick these here. Let's see if I come this way. Oh yeah. Okay. This looks better. Damn. Ooh. Oh. That's like quicksand or quick dirt under there. Looks like land, but that's all water. Okay. Oh. All right. Okay, I think I made it. I just need to get up there, and the trail should be up there somewhere. Climb up this, up here. Yeah, looking good. All right. Okay, let's go find this trail. Oh, here it is. All right. That didn't really go the way I wanted to, but could have been a lot worse. So let's keep on going. A lot of wonderful teachers around here. Yeah, this very excited. Boy, this was a interesting hike. Not what I expected, but as usual, very valuable for keeping a don't know mind. Earlier, I mentioned about hard practicing. This is a theme that keeps coming up when I'm talking to people recently. And it's always about doing hard practicing, difficult practicing. You know, right now in the Quantum School of Zen, and actually many temples around the world, are going through this 3-month retreat period. I've talked about this in some of my other videos, but in our school we call it Kilche. And Kilche is interesting because it means tight Dharma. And then when Kilche ends, so after this 3-month retreat period, it's kind of free time. So back in the day, monks and nuns would travel maybe from temple to temple. That was called Heije, which means loose Dharma. So this word tight Dharma is interesting to me. One time during a 3-month retreat, there's a period in the middle of the retreat where we do intensive practicing. So we follow the regular Kilche schedule, the retreat schedule, which is getting up at 4:30 a.m., going to bed at around 10 p.m. But during this 1-week intensive period, people get up at midnight, we all get up at midnight, and we practice for 2 hours and then go to bed. So someone in the Dharma talk was asking them why, or asking my teacher, why do we do this intensive period, this intensive practice? And he said, we do this intensive practice to take away the idea that we have to do intensive practice. There was a Zen master in Korea many years ago named Zen Master To-an, and he would do something kind of interesting. He would dress in old, tattered monk's clothes, right, rather than these kind of nice monk's clothes that a Zen master would wear. So he'd put on these old clothes, and he would visit other temples. And he went to this one temple and met this young monk. And this young monk at this temple was talking about his teacher. This young monk said, "My teacher is the greatest Zen master of all time. He does 1,000 prostrations a day," right? That's the full bow where you go all the way down, all the way up. 1,000 prostrations a day. He only eats once a day. He never leaves the temple. And he's always sitting Zen. Zen Master To-an looked at this monk and said, "Wow, your teacher sounds extraordinary. I can't do any of those things. I can't do 1,000 bows a day, but my mind is never lazy. I'm not able to just eat once a day, but I never desire food. I can't stay in a temple for a long period of time, but wherever I go, there is no hindrance. I can't sit Zen meditation for very long, but my mind never gives rise to thinking." And this young monk was kind of confused, like, "I don't understand." And Zen Master To-an said, "Why don't you go ask your teacher?" So this young monk went to his teacher's hut and told him about what To-an said. And the teacher got straight up, walked out of the hut, approached Zen Master To-an and said, "Please, let me be your disciple. When I heard your words, my mind woke up from my attachment to the strong practicing." And Zen Master To-an said, "There's not necessary to do that to become my disciple. Already you're a great Zen master. From moment to moment, keep your mind exactly the same as when you were just bowing to me. Before, your practice was just for yourself. Now your practicing is for all people. And then again, this master's mind became very clear. I've talked about the Buddha's life before when he was living in the kingdom as a prince. He had a very good situation, didn't have anything to worry about, and we can say that perhaps his mind was a little bit lazy. When the Buddha left the palace, he did many different types of very hard practicing, ascetic practicing. But what he realized, it wasn't answering this great question of human suffering. Why are human beings suffering? What are we all doing here? What am I? So that's when he decided to sit under the Bodhi tree and investigate these questions very deeply. We can say that eventually the Buddha found the middle way, which he talked about. Because even after his enlightenment experience, he got up from the tree and he taught for 49 years. So as he was using his experience, all of the practicing that he did wasn't just for himself. It was for all human beings. We all have to find our own middle way. I think most of us can say that we understand our lazy mind, but maybe we don't know about hard practicing or pushing ourselves a little bit. So sometimes it's necessary to do hard practicing to understand the middle way for ourselves, but also to help us understand, what are we practicing for? What's the point of all of this? How are we using our practice in our lives from moment to moment? During this 3-month period, many of us are doing what we call this heart kilche, right? Taking the spirit of this 3-month retreat and putting it into our practice in our homes and into our daily lives. So even this morning, my alarm went off and I just thought, man, I'm so tired. I'm not going to get up today. I can skip practice. But I understand that mind, this lazy mind. It's not good or bad. And I wasn't trying to resist it. I just saw it for what it was. And I just got up, I did the 108 bows, and I sat for 30 minutes and practice was done. There's another side to all this where, I don't have to do formal meditation sitting practice, right? Everyday life is my practice. So there is some kind of, we call it a Zen sickness that can appear in our lives where, every moment is our practice. But one thing about practice is having great effort. Sometimes we call it great courage. But this effort and the courage to really see our mind as it is, look at our mind very honestly. Because I'd have to say, many of the times we're bullshitting ourselves. And sometimes we don't see it. So that's why I encourage people to practice with other people, because your mind, that kind of bullshit mind, will appear by itself. Or maybe if you're working with a teacher, that mind can be reflected back to you. So just look at our own mind very sincerely, very honestly. Push yourself a little bit. We understand our lazy mind. Find that middle way. And also making our intention clear about why we are practicing. I think that's really the most important. I remember when I first started practicing, I had to do a lot of hard practicing because I wasn't really even able to function. Had a lot of strong emotions, anger and confusion. So I was doing a lot of bows. I was practicing every morning and evening. So that's not a problem at all. Sometimes it's very necessary to do this kind of hard practicing so we actually can have the courage and be able to be present and intimate with all of the thoughts and feelings that appear, because sometimes it can be very overwhelming. So this hard practicing can help with that. But I think when our energy becomes more balanced, our mind becomes more open, we're able to be with everything that's appearing, then really finding that middle way. Of course, Zen meditation practice, the formal practice, is very, very important. But try not to attach to this hard practicing. That's what the story about Zen Master Toan was about. Toan, that he couldn't do all of these extreme practices, but his mind was clear in every different kind of situation. So this is something that a teacher really can't help us with. We all have to look at our own mind very honestly and also have a clear intention and also this effort to do the practice. The reason why we have a formal practice that we set up for every day is to help our mind. So we go when we want to, we go to practice when we don't want to. And that really helps let go of this lazy mind. And maybe it helps us let go of this attachment mind. We just do our practice. But then when we get up, we continue our practice in each moment of our lives. So what is hard practicing? The crow is crowing. The geese are honking. Those are my thoughts for the day. Let me know in the comments what you think about all this. And I'm curious to know, what does hard practicing mean to you? Okay? All right. So hopefully I will see you all very soon.